Unseen terror, the gym confrontation. The harsh overhead lights flickered, casting eerie shadows on the cold metallic walls of the abandoned gym. My heart raced as I pressed my back against the cold concrete, the sound of my ragged breath echoing in the empty space. How had I ended up here? It was supposed to be a simple workout, just another evening at the local gym, but now I was trapped with a killer. My name is Maya, and I'm in my early 20s. I had always been cautious, aware of the dangers that could arise in the world around me. But nothing could have prepared me for the nightmare that was unfolding before my eyes. The gym had always been a place of solace for me, a way to clear my mind and focus on my physical well-being. It had been quiet when I arrived, just a handful of people scattered throughout the vast expanse of exercise equipment. I chose a corner by the windows, hoping to enjoy the view of the city lights as I worked out. Little did I know, that would be the last time I would see the outside world for a while. As I was in the middle of my routine, the lights suddenly went out. Panic clenched at my chest as I stood frozen, my heart pounding like a drum. I fumbled for my phone, using its weak flashlight to navigate the dark, but before I could make sense of the situation, I heard a sound that sent chills down my spine, a low, guttural chuckle that seemed to come from all directions. "Who's there?" I called out, my voice quivering. No response, just the echo of my own words bouncing off the walls. My breath quickened, and I felt a bead of sweat trickle down my forehead. I knew I had to find a way out, but the gym was a maze of heavy machinery and dimly lit corners. As I moved cautiously, the shadows seemed to dance around me, playing tricks on my mind. I finally reached the gym's entrance, only to find the heavy metal doors slammed shut and chained from the outside. Panic surged through me, my mind racing to find an escape route. That's when I heard it again, the sinister laughter, closer this time. My heart raced as I scanned the darkness, desperately searching for the source. "Who's there?" I called out again, my voice trembling. This time, I caught a glimpse of movement out of the corner of my eye. A figure, tall and menacing, emerged from the shadows. I could barely make out their features, but I could feel the malevolence radiating from them. The stranger took a step forward, revealing a glint of a knife in their hand. I stumbled back, my heart pounding in my chest. I was trapped, cornered like a hunted animal. Fear clawed at my throat as I realized the gravity of the situation. I was alone with a killer, and there was nowhere to run. "You can't hide from me." The stranger's voice was a cold, calculated whisper that sent shivers down my spine. "I've been watching you, Maya. I know your every move." My mind raced, searching for a way out. I darted towards the weightlifting area, hoping to find something, anything to defend myself with. My fingers closed around a heavy dumbbell, and I turned to face my assailant just as they lunged at me. Adrenaline surged through me as I swung the dumbbell with all my might, connecting with a sickening thud. The stranger staggered back, a guttural grunt escaping their lips. Blood dripped from a gash on their forehead, but they didn't seem deterred. They smiled, a twisted, unsettling grin that made my skin crawl. "You're feisty," they rasped, wiping the blood from their face. "But you can't escape me." I backed away slowly, my heart pounding in my ears. The gym felt like a labyrinth closing in around me, the walls seemingly alive with malevolent intent. Every shadow seemed to hide a threat, every noise a whisper of danger. Time seemed to blur as we circled each other, predator and prey locked in a deadly dance. I swung the dumbbell again and again, each strike met with twisted amusement from my attacker. They moved with an unnatural grace, avoiding my desperate attempts to land a blow. Exhaustion began to take its toll, my limbs heavy and uncooperative. My breath came in ragged gasps, and I knew I couldn't keep this up much longer. The stranger's laughter filled the air, a haunting melody that seemed to seep into my very bones. And then, just as I was ready to admit defeat, I saw a glimmer of hope. The emergency alarm button mounted on the wall. With a surge of determination, I lunged towards it, my fingers fumbling in the darkness. The button was pressed, and a deafening alarm pierced the air, drowning out the stranger's laughter. The lights blazed back to life, revealing the gym in all its stark reality. But the stranger was nowhere to be seen. I stood there, panting and trembling, the realization sinking in that I had survived. The police arrived soon after, and as I recounted the harrowing events, I couldn't help but shudder at the memory. Months have passed since that night, but the gym remains a place of fear for me. The killer was never caught, and a sense of unease lingers in the corners of my mind. The experience changed me, a constant reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the most unsuspecting places. And as I look out at the world, I can't help but wonder if the stranger is still out there, watching and waiting, ready to strike again.